Greetings. I salute you in the name of the Christ, coming live from Nairobi, Kenya. All right, there is an order. I'm going to read an excerpt from the book of Voyagers, Volume 2, Science of Ascension. Very interesting. There is an order, purpose, plan, and meaning for your personal evolution and your existence, and it is intimately intertwined with the evolution of your planet and that of your species. Now, we will offer a bit of information as to where your journey will next lead. This is from the Guardian Alliances, who are our guardians here. The fifth world, the seventh race cycle, and waves of ascension, beyond 2000 AD, which we are in right now. The seventh root race and their cluster will emerge upon Tara after the energetic grids of Earth and Tara re-emerge. Earth's merger with Tara will mark the fulfillment of the covenant of Palidor, then and represent the coming fifth world. It is often referred to as Earth's Ascension. It will do many of you well to realize that the term ascension represents much more than lofty spiritual concept invented by the finite human psyche in order to give purpose to its finite existence. Many in the early scientific communities believe that life is limited to the physical expression and that consciousness is the result of the body's biochemical neuroelectrical functions. Following these erroneous beliefs, they draw an equally erroneous conclusion that consciousness ends at the end of the physical body. Ascension represents the path of order through which consciousness evolves through a structured multidimensional system. In terms of planetary ascension, this process involves the transmutation of the particles and antiparticles into progressively less dense states of matter, through which a planetary body is able to evolve from the lower dimensional frequency bands into the higher dimensional reality fields of the 15-dimensional scale. Ascension also involves the understanding of morphogenetic fields, or the form-holding energy construction that allow matter and antimatter particles to build into individuated form. The process of personal ascension involves precisely the same process, as the human is part of the greater morphogenetic field of the planet, and the progression of dimensional ascension of the human and the planet are intimately intertwined. Ascension is a science, right? With specific mechanics that allow for the evolution of consciousness from simple to more complex forms. In the highest states of evolution, identity evolves into the highest dimensional field and then beyond, moving from the simple forms of biological expression, like the ones we are in right now, into the more complex structures of pure consciousness identity. Every big being in existence is involved in this evolutionary process, and so the dynamics of the science of ascension apply directly to each and every one of you. The evolution of planet Earth is intimately connected to that of the planet Tara, which is the original planetary mass of which Earth emerged. This means that the morphogenetic field of Earth was originally part of the morphogenetic field of Tara, and both were part of Gaia's morphogenetic field. In order for an energy structure to fully ascend through the 15-dimensional scale, it must assemble all portions of its original morphogenetic imprint. The morphogenetic fields exist as tapestry of interwoven energy particles composed of literal substances, and so the process of assembling morphogenetic fields into the original pattern is the process of recombining the portions of this energetic tapestry that have become separated from the original back into the original form of the energetic tapestry. Planetary ascension is the reuniting of energy units that had been separated into various dimensional frequency bands, pulling those energy particles back together by merging the frequencies within which the particles reside. There are natural energy dynamics that govern the merger of multidimensional frequency bands, part of which involves the particles and anti-particles merging. It is through this process of the building dimensional frequencies into the morphogenetic field through the merging of particles and antiparticles that matter forms develop up through the dimensional scale. Tara and Earth will merge through this process as Earth moves upward into the dimensional frequency bands in which Tara's matter body is positioned. When the frequency bands of Earth and Tara merge, changes will take place within the matter body of Earth. New land masses will begin to rise in the oceans. New waters will merge into places where they were not. But this process does not take place all at once. Planetary ascension takes millions or billions of years. Planetary ascension takes places in waves. The morphogenetic field of a person exists as part of the larger morphogenetic field of the planet. And so when planet approaches the dimensional blending both in times cycle, the people of the planet also reach that point. People's bodies and consciousness are composed of energy particles, and when the planet approaches transition and transmutation of some of its particles, people on the planet will also undergo this particle transmutation, just as only portions of the planet's particles will be able to transmute and ascend into the next dimension through the morphogenetics wave. Only portions of human population will be able to transmute and ride with the planet of that wave of ascension. People who have fully assembled the third and fourth dimensional frequencies into their DNA, fully assembled the dimensional frequencies into their third and fourth DNA strands, will be able to ride that wave of ascension back to its Tara's energetic tapestry, which perceptually constitutes a leap in time. The personal morphogenetic field and consciousness will be carried within the planet's morphogenetic wave, which will merge with Tara's fourth, fifth, and sixth dimensional particle and antiparticle. The matter particles of the portion of Earth and its people that were carried into the morphogenetic wave will then re-manifest out of the morphogenetic field into the second harmonic universe, frequency band dimension 4, 5, and 6, which is Tara. These Voyagers will find themselves in a new time cycle upon a future version of Earth, Tara, where the people who did not catch the morphogenetic wave will continue on their own first harmonic universe time cycle dimensions 1, 2, 3, which is this one, the current present Earth. For many people, there will not be enough time between now and the height of the ascension wave, which started in 2012 to 2022 AD, to completely assemble their necessary frequency patterns into their DNA, which means they would end up remaining in the present time cycle and having to reincarnate into the cycle to continue evolution. Many of the souls will choose to leave their bodies at this time to their consciousness can assemble so their consciousness can assemble the needed frequencies in time to catch the ascension wave. The soul, not the personality, will make this decision. Only natural soul orchestrated death transition will allow for the consciousness to ascend. Suicide will not assist in this process, because if the soul is ready to leave its manifest body, the death transition will occur naturally or through soul arranged events and not at the hands of an unawakened personality. We heartily request to those who may be thinking along such lines of suicide, do not use suicide as an attempt to release yourselves from the body, for this can actually stop the ascension process. If the body cannot transmute, but the soul essence is ready to ride the ascension wave, the soul awareness will arrange for the appropriate death scenario. So we die because our soul has arranged that type of death for us to die. So the type of death will come whichever way. So, but the soul essence is ready to ride the ascension wave. The soul awareness will arrange for the appropriate death scenario. The soul uses the body as a means of assembling frequency patterns into the consciousness. And if the body is released prematurely, the consciousness of the individual may not have reached a high enough level to catch ascension wave. The body helps the consciousness evolve to higher frequency, and only the greater soul identity knows when the consciousness has reached such a case high level to ascend properly. Taking matters into the hands of the personality, such as in this case suicide, usually botches the soul ascension plan. And during the ascension process, under no circumstance do we endorse suicide as a way of making this transition. If you are still in a body, then that's where your greater soul identity wants you to be in order to best facilitate your evolutionary processes. So take care of your body. Make sure your body will and is in good shape. Do not botch the essential process by committing suicide. Just take care of your body so you can assemble the rest of you in your DNA so that you can be able to ascend as the earth will to the same. So this ascension we've started back in 2012. And say, now you know.